to type down in the chat once you have filled the attendance form out. Now, once I share my screen, a lot is going to go down. Okay? And bet me, you will see people asking, where is the attendance form? Where is the attendance form? All right. So let's go ahead and start. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? So if you can see my screen, you want to type crystal clear. You want to type crystal clear. Once you can see my screen, I'm sharing my screen now. Kindly type crystal clear. Crystal clear. Okay, fantastic, Ayobami. Wow. Before we even start, okay, where are you joining us from? I want to know who is joining me from Lagos, who is joining from Abuja, UK, Canada, US, South Africa, Ghana. Type it in the chat. Let me know. I want you to type where you're joining us from. Very quickly, please. Okay, so that we can get on with the session. Let me know, where are you joining us from? Let me see how much are we represented here on this call. Okay, crystal clear, Abuja, Port Harcourt, fantastic. Okay, then one more question, very quickly. Benin City, brilliant. Benin, Edo, Benin, fantastic. So, one more question, okay? One more question. How many of you here are in the corporate world? Corporate world. So you currently work, you know, you receive a salary, you currently work, you are in the corporate world. Just type corporate. There is a reason I'm asking, because if you are in the corporate world, okay, this would apply to you a little bit more. And for those of you who are not in the corporate world, it will still apply to you, but you have to listen attentively. So where are my people in the corporate world? Type corporate, okay? Fantastic, fantastic. Corporate world, fantastic. So keep it coming, because, and I want you to listen attentively. I am stressing listen attentively, because if you blink, you will miss. If you blink, you will miss. Fantastic. So now, I want you to listen before we get into building and the likes. Okay, today we are going to see how you can use AI practically to step up your game in the corporate world, especially. Okay, how you can use AI to step up your game. And this is for people who are ambitious. Okay, if you are here and you're ambitious, okay, this session is for you. All right. Right now, especially in Nigeria, or you know, anywhere in Africa that you currently find yourself, you are working so hard. If you are in this session, you are likely working very hard. Okay, but the reward you are getting for working that hard is not matching. There is a mismatch. Are you with me, guys? There is a mismatch, and it's not because. Give me a second to. 1 second, guys. Okay, 1 second, so that I take this off my screen. Just 1 second, guys. Okay. One second. Let me take this off my screen. All right. All right. Fantastic. That's done now. Okay. So as I was saying, where was I? I said that it's not as if you are lazy. You are not lazy. Okay. But your income is here. Okay. And the cost of living is still going up. Rent is increasing. Foodstuffs are increasing in price. Let's not even talk about fuel. Okay, somebody was telling me 3 years ago, fuel was less than 200 naira, and I was arguing with the person that is a lie. Which world were you in? Okay, only for me to calm down and remember that, oh, that's true. Fuel is now nearly 10 times the price in the last 3 years. How many of you has 10x their salary now compared to 3 years ago? Okay, so that is the kind of world we are living in today. Okay, so and the truth is, the cost of living is moving faster than you are earning. So even if your salary may be increasing, you are getting, for lack of a better word, poorer. That is what's happening. Inflation is causing it. Okay, you hardly have any emergency funds. After you sort out bills, that's it. Any other thing that comes, you are into some form of trouble. Okay, your employers keep on promising you, but the real question is, how long will you wait for someone else to determine how much growth you have financially? Type your answer in the chat. How long do you want to wait? How long do you want to wait for someone else to determine how you grow financially? How long do you want to wait? Okay. Many of you, especially those of you in Lagos, 4:30 you are awake. Because if you wake up 5, you are already late for work. Because by 6, 7, there's already traffic jam. Okay. 8 a.m. you've arrived, you clock in, work under pressure, then you return home late at night. You don't even set your eyes on your kids. Guess what? You repeat the second day, the following day. All right. So at the end of the day, you are doing this. While you are doing this, AI is happening to everybody. Okay. That you're already, let me, for lack of a better word, let me say precarious situation. You still stand a disadvantage when it comes to AI, because one day can come and management will say, oh, don't worry, we no longer need your services here. What happened? We have an AI, very complex AI that now does the job. And that is happening worldwide now. So are you going to wait till obsolescence catches up with you? And that is exactly why we are here tonight. So that you can take control of your financial condition. Practically, we'll show you how to do that. Okay, so before we get into it, a little bit about Analytics business, especially for those of you who are joining us for the very first time. Besides, the attendance form is now in the chat box. Okay, the attendance form is now in the chat box. So ensure to click on the link or copy the link. Whatever you do, fill out the attendance form and type it done in the chat once you have filled it out. Okay, very important. Apart from my slides, I'll be working on a project. I'll also be using some documents. And if you want me to share that with you, so you can also replicate this. See, the idea is when you resume work on Monday, go and build what we build tonight at work. And tell me, chat me up on LinkedIn and tell me what happened at your workplace. Okay, that's the idea. We want you to step up. So, Analytics business, what we do is to help people grow and get into tech, especially in the field of AI. We also are a consultant when it comes to AI and data, software engineering, software development, all of those things. And we've helped quite a number of people transition. And a little bit about myself. As you may already know, my name is Mohammed Suleiman, and I am closing in on a decade of experience, and I've worked with Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo is one of Italy's largest luxury car brands, and I worked with them remotely. So if you are here and you want to also work remotely, okay, you want remote jobs, you are in the right place. We'll discuss all of that. I've helped quite a number of Africans transition into the tech space. I've mentored quite a number of people, okay? And I also transitioned into tech myself. So I was not born a tech bro, all right? I transitioned into tech as well. So let's get into it. So usually, usually when HR wants to hire for a role, what happens? They put out a form, people fill the form, and they start checking one after the other. All right. Start checking one after the other. And tonight, you would also see why you have been applying to jobs and you've been getting a bunch of rejections. You see it. You see it, or you just hear silence. You don't hear back. You hit apply, and that's it. Thin air. Nothing. You'll see the reason live and direct tonight. Okay. So let's get at it. So HR has to check through a bunch of CVs. Now, the management of this company, this very company, has said that, look, we want to hire the best possible talent. So we don't want that usual, 30 people applied and we check the 30 people and then we pick the best out of them. No, I want at least 1,000 people to apply. And I want you to select the best person before the best set of people for interview from the next day. In fact, that very day. Live, I want you to be selecting them as they're applying. And this is a HR team that is already struggling with checking 30 CVs thoroughly. This is the highest they've done. So how are they going to do it? Okay, 1,000. How would they do it? You want to drive HR crazy? Then they remembered that, oh, there was one young man that talked about AI and automating processes like this, cumbersome processes like this. And then the HR runs to you. You are the expert here now. You are the expert here. The HR runs to you and says, you must mention that AI can help automate processes like this. Can you help us design something that will make this recruitment faster? Can you help us design something? And then that's when you say, just relax, okay? Relax. I'm going to build something that would assist you, okay? It's going to have speed, okay? It's going to have structure, and you can focus on decision-making alone. You don't have to manually, tirelessly check through a bunch of CVs, okay? So, and then you come up with this flow. You want the applicants to fill a form. The form is stored safely somewhere on the cloud in a Google Drive, okay? And that CV, the CV is passed through 3 agents, okay? 3 agents or 2, all right? 2 or 3 agents. Now, there is a HR evaluator. Now, this HR evaluator, AI agent, is the one that will make the final decision to score that CV, to give the CV a score. Are you with me, guys? Are you with me? Are we together? Are you with me? Are we together? Are we together? Are we together, guys? Are you following? I need you to follow. I need you to follow. All right? I need you to follow. Fantastic. You're following. Okay, so these AIs are the ones that would extract the information from the CV. They will process the information, format it very well, okay, give it to the HR evaluator, which is still another AI, and that one will now say, okay, based on the job description that we've gotten, all right, based on the job description that we have, this particular CV, I will score it 90 over 100, or I'll score it 40 over 100, okay? And it will give a recommendation to the human HR and say, okay, this person scored 40 over 100. Don't waste your time interviewing the person. It does not match your role. And this is going to happen very fast. Don't worry, once we are done building this now, it will happen very fast. And the AI agent will also notify the real HR human being and say, somebody just applied, this is their score, interview them. Oh, somebody applied, this is their score, don't waste your time interviewing them. So you are not manually going through CVs. As they are applying, you know whether you can interview them or not. And this is the reality of the job market today. You are applying to jobs and you are not hearing anything back. It is because of things like this. So today you will build that thing that is preventing you from getting the job of your dreams, and you would use that as a stepping stone, as a leverage tonight. So by Monday, your story is changing at work. Are you with me? The story is changing at work. So in the remainder of the slide, I explained what each of what the process is all about and all of that. I'm not going to bore you with all of that information. It's in the slide. Those who fill out the attendance form, you will get all of this. Okay, you're going to get all of this. So in reality, AI is not coming to replace you, it is coming to synergize with you. And guess what? Speaking about synergy, AI would replace people using other people who know how to use them. So you want to be that person who knows how to use AI and not the person who gets replaced with AI. So we'll build this. This is the workflow. We'll build it tonight from scratch. This session is recorded. So the recording will also be shared alongside my slide. That is number 2. So if you've not filled out the attendance form, tell me why you haven't still. So the recording of this session, okay, it will be sent alongside this my slide, and you'll be able to build it. You can see people already ask, what did I tell you at the beginning of the session? People will ask, where's the attendance form? So it's in the chat. Okay, Deborah, one of my team members, is posting it. So all you need to do is just click on the link, fill out the attendance form, and you are good to go. If you have any trouble clicking on the link, there is an instruction below in that same message where the attendance form is. Just read it out and you know exactly what to do. Okay. So you know exactly what to do. So all right. Okay. So Deborah has included her phone number so that you can send her a DM if you are having any trouble filling out the attendance form. Are you ready? We are going to start building, and I'm going to build from the very scratch, such that once you get the video and all the materials I'll be sending across to you, you build it on your own. You build it on your own. You build it. Okay? You build it on your own. All right. So let us start. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Chrome, open a new Chrome tab. So the thing is, you may be able to follow me to some extent tonight, okay? But I would prefer that you fill out the attendance form and then focus and follow in the sense that don't try to build it now. Focus on how I am building it and the explanation, and also contribute because I'll be asking you some questions, okay? So when you are building yours, it is cruise control. Are you with me? Are you with me? Are you with me? So when you go to Google Chrome, you want to search for N8N, 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 N for Nigeria, 8, then another N. Let me confirm I'm using the right account. Okay, fantastic. So N8N, N8N, okay? When you search N8N, you see AI workflow automation platform. Click on it. Now, once you click on it, just like any new platform you ever search, it will ask you to sign up. Okay, so I deliberately am using a fresh account for this purpose so that when you are doing this on your own, you are able to do the same thing. So I'll click on get started here for free. So you have 14-day free trial on N8N online. You can self-host it, which is download and install on your system, but I won't go through that route tonight. That's another discussion for another day. Okay, but you can do this right now. Okay, as we're here, you can quickly even open your own account. All right. What is not loading, Oluwaseun? Is it the attendance form? If it's the attendance form, kindly read the message after the link you are trying to click. The solution to your problem is there. The same message you are seeing, your solution is there. So read the message to the end, and you would have your solution there. So what is my email? To ask for company email, just enter your normal email. click on submit. And then they will send you a verification to the email. So I'm going to open up my email. Okay. Yes, N8N. Yes, you're correct. N8N. And I'll take questions at the end. Okay, so that we can make the best use of our time. We'll have a lot to cover. All right, so this is the email. They'll send you a verification. I'm going to click on verify my email. And the next thing is it will ask me for my full name. Okay, so I'll type in my full name. Okay, I'll type in my full name. What is my full name again? I'll type in my full name and then I'll create a password. Okay, I'll create a password. Okay, I'll create a password and I'll create an account name. I'll create an account name. Okay, I'll create an account name. Again, ensure to fill out the attendance form if you haven't already. You're already missing out if you haven't. Okay, so verify I am a human and I'll click on start free 14-day trial. Okay, start free 14-day trial. And then they'll ask me a bunch of questions, I guess. So hi there, Mohammed. Answer these questions to get the most out of your N8N trial. Okay, if you can't see my screen, is your network, oh, please. If you can see my screen, type in the chat. Type Nasiru. I can see his screen. I need you to type it in the chat so that Nasiru knows that that is network. He needs to go and fix it. Type in the chat. And Nasiru, please tell me you filled out the attendance form. Tell me you filled out the attendance form. Okay, because if you haven't, then you are on your own. Okay, so for those who fill out the attendance form, like I said, you get the recording, you get all the resources that I'll be using tonight. Nasiru, can you see? People can see my screen. So fix your network. Okay, if you have, let me know, digress. So they'll ask you questions. There is no correct answer. Just pick any answer. Okay, so I'm just gonna pick answers. Let me zoom out. I'm just gonna pick answers. Okay, I'm just gonna pick my answers. So how did you hear about N8N? I'll just submit. Now once I'm done, they'll now ask me to bring other people into my workspace. For now, I don't want to share with anybody. I'll just keep this. And it says start automating. So I'll click start automating. If you want to watch that video, you can watch it. I don't have such time. So you see, we want to solve a problem for HR such that HR does not need to check any CV manually again, ever. Once anybody applies, they get an immediate instant email with the score of that person's CV and whether they should interview the person. Okay, now what do you think I should do? Should I start from scratch or run live demo? Should I start from scratch or run? Let me know. You can guess, but we are going to start from scratch. So I'll click on start from scratch. Okay, and here I can now build my step by step. From scratch, from zero, I'll build step by step until I now have an AI automation. Again, I need to confirm for the umpteenth time. Two things. Are you ready? And have you filled out the attendance form? Are you ready and have you filled out the attendance form? Quickly, type in the chat. Are you ready? 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 Fantastic. Samuel, you're asking me if I'm ready. Should I tell you since when I've been ready? Are you sure you can handle it? If I tell you since when I've been ready? Okay. Daniel, go and read the message. Read the message where you found the link to the attendance. The solution to your problem is in that message. Okay, just after the link, there is still a message. Go and read it and you will see the solution to your problem. So first thing is we want to start with people should be able to fill a form. So I'll click on add first step and here I'll search form. form. People should be able to fill a form to apply. So I'll click on N8N form and I'll click on new form event. Now that is going to open up something very interesting for me. It's going to open up something very interesting for me. And you can see already I have the production URL. So this form I can share with people. I can share, HR can start sharing this form, to receive applications. But let's leave it at test for now. Okay, so now authentication, I'll leave it at none. What title do you want to give the form? I'll say submit your application. Submit your application. Submit your application. Okay, form description. I'll say fill this form to apply for the job at Analytics business. Okay, Analytics business. Okay, now it says form element. I'll click on add form element. Label, I'll say full name. So the first thing I need is the full name of the applicant. Element type, I'll leave it at text. So I want them to type a text inside. But I want that they must fill it. They can't leave it empty. So because of that, I will make it compulsory. I'll make it required. So I'll click on add attribute and click on required field. Now you see required field here, I'll turn it on. So full name, setup. I'll add another form element. I want their email. Okay, label, I'll say email. I'll call it email. Text type, element type, text input. Right? I want to make it required again. What do? I'll click on add attribute and click on required field and turn the required field on. Finally, I want them to be able to upload their CV. Now I've gotten their name, I've gotten the email. I need them to upload the CV. The CV is the main thing we need, so not too much talk. Okay, so I'll click on add form element. Okay, and I'll call it CV. All right, element type this time. I'll select element type. I don't want text input. I want file. I'll click on file. Okay, file. So I want them to be able to upload a file. So I'll click on add attribute and click multiple files. I'll click on add attribute again, and then I'll click on accepted file types. So I want only PDFs. So I'll put .pdf. When you save something as PDF, you have that .pdf at the back. Fantastic. So I'll add another attribute again. Finally, render it required. You can't apply to my job if you don't have a CV. Are you with me? You can't apply to my job if you don't have a CV. So now we've created the form. I'm going to click on execute step. I'll click on execute step and it's going to bring the way the form will appear. It's going to bring it for me and I'll fill it out. What's my full name? Mohammed Suleiman. Email. I'll put in my email. I'll click on choose file to upload my CV. So let me quickly upload a CV. Which CV should I upload now? Where's that CV? Okay, so where is the CV? Mentorship. Yeah, this is my CV. So I'm going to click on open and upload the CV. So Mohammed's CV has been uploaded. I'll click on submit and the form is submitted. Now that I've submitted my form, okay, you can see the output? It now has the output. Okay, file name, Mohammed CV, file extension, something. All those ones, I don't really care. I'll just close this. Okay, now I have my form created. I'll click on this plus sign for the next thing. What's the next thing? I want, after people fill my form, their CV should go to a drive and just stay there. So in case I ever need to pull up their CV, I can still pull up their CV. But my plan is not to go on the CV. I'm not going to go to the CV to do anything. But I still want to have it in case. Do you understand me? Do you understand? So I'm going to click on this plus sign, and then I will search for drive, drive, drive. Okay, and I'll click on Google Drive. I want Google Drive. So I can do many actions. So what actions do I want to take? I want to upload a file to Google Drive. I want to upload a file to Google Drive. So I'll click on upload file. Now once I click on upload file, it is going to bring this up for me and say I need to sign in so that the file can come to my Google Drive. So I'll click on sign in with Google. Okay, and I'll just sign in. All right, click on the email I want to use to sign in so that it goes to that particular Google Drive. Now it's saying, what do you want me to be able to do in Google Drive? I'll click on see, edit, create and delete your Google Drive files. See, create and delete its own configuration data. I don't want you to be able to view my photos and videos or albums. It does not need to do that. So I'll scroll down and click on continue. After I have done that, you will now see that I now have Google API connected. If you've ever heard of API keys, that is what we just did. Now, operation upload. Okay, input field name. I have input field name. Give me a second. I have input field name. Now, input field name, I'll just call it CV. I'll call it CV. Okay, let's call it CV. CV. Okay, CV. All right, CV. Now, in file name, listen very carefully. This is the part that I will be sharing some of the resources, and in addition to be able, so that you can be able to build this on your own. So listen very carefully. In the file name, because I am working with a CV, there is this script that I have somewhere. So I'm just going to copy it. So I have everything in a document, well labeled. I will share that alongside this video and my what's it called again? My PowerPoint slide. I will share it with you. This your English. Okay? This your English. You get as a view. We can't see your screen. How many of you are you talking about? Please, guys, where are my people? You can see my screen. Type, I can see your screen. Type it so that Oluwatimileni knows that you are required to go and climb an antenna now so that you can have network. Okay? So if you can see my screen, type, I can see your screen, because my screen is very visible right here. Aha. If you can't see it's not possible for some people to be able to see my screen, and then you can't see my screen, and the problem is my own. No. If you can't see my screen, your network is the problem. So see the comments of others. All right. So thank you very much, my very good people. Okay, whether you can see my screen or not, you're part of my very good people. Okay, so as I was saying, here I will paste one of those. I will paste a format. I call this a format. Okay, now this format is in a document. I will share that document with you and label it. Okay, Vincent, you joined late. Better fill the attendance form and listen very carefully. I'll share the recording. I'll share my slide. I'll share my format document where you can get all this format I'll be pasting here. Okay, and you will build it on your own. You don't need to build it tonight. Rome was not built overnight. Are you with me? Listen. Now you can see the result. It is going to show that the year, the month, and the day that Mohammed uploaded his CV. Okay, so it's going to show. Now I need to specify what folder it should save Mohammed CV. What will I do? I'll quickly run to my Google Drive. I'll quickly run to my Google Drive. So I'll create a new tab. I'll go to Google Drive here. I'll click on this. I'll go to Drive and create a folder and name it as Data Analyst. So the HR that you're designing this for should get access to this folder. So I'll click on new folder and name it as Data Analyst CVs. So anybody who applies, I'll be able to find their CV here. Now I've created the file and it is called data, the folder rather, and this is it, data analyst CV. Let me open it so that you see that it's empty. Can you see that it is empty now? Can you see it is empty right now? Fantastic. Let's go back to anything. Now I'll come back to anything and I need to tell anything that I need you to put the CV in that drive. So I'll click on this and search for the name of that drive, which is data. And as I'm searching, you should bring it out. Can you see it? Data analyst CVs. Can you see that? Data analyst CV. So I'll select it. I'll select it and then I will boldly and calmly execute the step. I'll click on execute step. Now, if everything is okay, it should work successfully. So it has successfully put the file in that folder and I can check to confirm. And guess what? Guess what? The CV is there. So now that I have it in the folder, I can close this. Okay, I can just move this up a little bit. I want to add something else. I want to add something else. Now, I want to be able to extract. I want to be able to extract the content of the CV. You see, recruiters don't need everything inside your CV. All they need is to be able to extract your skills, just certain things, not all the information are needed. So I want to extract the text in the CV so that anything can process it. So I will put my cursor here, hold and drag it out, as if I'm dragging a strand out of there. I'm dragging a strand out of the form. And then I would search, what am I searching? Extract. Okay, I'll search extract from file. Look at this, extract from file. So I'll click on extract from file. What kind of file am I extracting from? Who can remind me again? Who can remind me? Oladipo, fix your network. Okay, my screen is visible. People can see my screen. Please, guys, help. Whenever anybody says they can't see my screen, kindly help me. If you can see my screen, just help me respond to the person that I can see his screen. Try and cater to your network. Okay, please. Or if you feel your network is good, just leave the call and join back immediately. You should be able to see my screen. All good. You guys are following. Those of you who said PDF, you are following. You are following. I want to extract from PDF. So I'll click on extract from PDF. Is this rocket science? No. Okay. So remember that the form I'm extracting for, I called it CV. So I'll remove this input binary field and replace it with CV because that is what I called it. I want to extract everything from the CV. Okay. The file, they uploaded it in CV. So I want to extract everything from CV and I'll click on execute step. Once I execute step, if there's no problem, it should run successfully and you will now see on the output. Can you see on the output? Everything inside is extracted. But guess what? You would not see anything to, you will not see anything too useful there until you see text. See text. Can you see text? Can you see text? It says first name, last name, +234. That's a phone number, email, LinkedIn, portfolio, summary, accomplished data scientist and analyst with over 3 years of experience. So it has extracted the text inside of my CV. So I am good here. I am good here. Now, the next thing I want to do is I have extracted it. I want to dissect that text into relevant information. I want to know the telephone number. I want to know the location. I want to know the title of the person in the CV. I want to know their skills. I want to know their work history. I want to know if they have any certifications. I want to also know their educational background. So for me to do that, I'll click on this plus sign and say, I want an information extractor. I want an information extractor. So I'll say information. You know, they say back then in primary school, if you went to the kind of primary school I went to, what did they teach us? They said information is processed data, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. While I'm searching for information here. Information is processed data, correct? Yes or yes? Yes. So I'll click on information extractor. So this information extractor, let me tell you something about it. It is an AI agent. So this is the first AI agent we are using. So after we set it up, we need to give it a brain so that it can intelligently spot the location, the phone number, the title, the skills, and everything that we need. Okay? Now, if you notice on the left-hand side, I have my input, which is the extract from file. So that thing that I extracted from the file previously, I can process it. So I'm going to scroll down to where I have text and see, can you see that my cursor has turned into a hand that is about to grab something? Can you see it? It has turned into a hand that is about to grab something. So I will grab it. The way you drag people on link on IG, I'm going to drag text and drop it in here. I'll just drop it there. Okay? I'll drop it in there. Okay? I'll drop it in there. Are you with me? I'll drop it in there. Okay? I'm going to drop it in there. All right? And you can see how it looks like. Okay? You can see how it looks like. All right? So after dropping it in there, forget about how it looks. Okay? Mohammed, I'm seeing dollar. Forget about that one. Forget about it. We're not here to cook. All right. So next thing to do is schema type. I'm going to select define JSON schema. Define using JSON schema. What does this mean, Mohammed? What does this mean? It means that, look, in as much as I will give this AI agent a brain later on, I want it to always give me my information in a specific format. Are you with me? So that today it does not give me title first, then work history next. I want it to always give me in a particular format. That's what JSON schema is for. So I have a document where what I'm about to paste now, I already have it there, and I'll share it with those that fill out the attendance form. So I'm going to copy it from my document. I have it right here, and I'm going to put my cursor anywhere inside here. Control A, Control V, and I am good to go. Control A, Control V, and I am good to go. Now that is not all. I'm going to scroll down and I'll say add. Okay, let me explain what I pasted. Now what I pasted is I want the telephone. Can you see telephone? I want the telephone. I want the location of this person. I want the title of this person. I want the skills of this person. I want the work history of this person next. After that, I want the certifications, and then I want the education. Is there any other thing? No, that's all. So I will give you this format. Now, after this, I need to add an option. Now, when I click add option, I want to select system prompt template. System prompt template is, remember, I will give it a brain. How do you want it to act? Tell it how you want it to act. That's what system prompt template means. Now, when I click that, there is a preset. It says you are an expert extraction algorithm. Only extract relevant information from the text. If you do not know the value of an attribute asked to extract, you may omit the attribute's value. But I don't want to omit values. Okay? I will say, instead of omit attribute values, I'll delete that. I'll say you may put n/a. Who can tell me what n/a mean? N/a. Who can tell me what that means? Let me see who is following. What does NA mean? NA means not available. The number you are calling is not available. That is NA. So now that I have done this, okay, let me try to execute the step without giving it a brain. So you see what will happen. Now, when I execute the step, it's going to tell me problem in node information extractor. A model subnode must be connected. A model subnode must be connected. This is the model here. I must connect a model. either ChatGPT or Google Gemini or what have you. Let me close this. So you see this place is red, meaning it has problem because I have not given it a brain. So it does not, it can't think. So I'll click on this plus sign to add a model. And I want to search for, I can use OpenAI, which is ChatGPT, the ChatGPT that all of you know. So OpenAI chat model. And you can see I have free credits. I have free credits, so I don't need to pay. So I'll click on OpenAI chat model, and it's going to bring this up. It's going to bring this up. Okay. And what's it saying? It's saying $2 remaining. $2 remaining. I don't know what that is. Okay. But if at all I don't have free credit, okay, I can use, instead of OpenAI, I can right click on it and replace. I'll click on replace. So it's either you use, if you have free credit, you see claim free credit there. But if you see anything top up, pay or whatever, just change it to Gemini. Let's use Gemini. There are plenty AI. So there are plenty chat models. Okay. So I changed it to Google Gemini and I'll double click on this. Okay. Double click on that. Okay. I still have N8N here. Okay. So let's use that. Google Gemini. Okay. Google Gemini. All right. So I have Google Gemini connected now. Now that I have Google Gemini connected, I'll go back to this information extractor. Okay. And let us execute step. Okay. Execute step. Let us execute step. Now, node executed successfully, guys. Okay, it has executed successfully. I'll click on output so you see the output. When I click on output, you see I have the telephone. Can you see that? Are you with me? Who is following? I have the telephone. I have the location, Nigeria. I have the title, data scientist and analyst. I have the skills, data analytics, data science, database administration, and so on. I have the work history. I have the certifications. Does this person have any certifications? No. Education. I have the education extracted. Now that I have that, I will calmly leave here. Okay. And I can change the name of this information extractor, but let me not do that now. I want to take this information and give the AI HR experts. I'll call it the AI HR experts, not the human being, no, the AI. Okay. So this AI HR expert will now score the CV. I'll also give it the job description. Okay, I'll give it the job description. I'll give it the information I have extracted, and then it will now give me a score. Okay, so now I'll click on this and I want to search for basic LLM chain, and click on basic LLM chain. Now, basic LLM chain is like a small version. It's like building your own ChatGPT. Okay, you see how ChatGPT is smart. You want to build your own, but you want it to act in a certain way. All right. So now I have my this is my basic LLM chain, and I can change the name. Let's change the name from basic LLM chain to AI HR expert. Okay, I'll change the name there and hit enter. That's AI HR expert. Okay, now I have all the extracted information on the left and I can put it in here. But where do I put it? First off, it says source from prompt user message. So I'll click here and select define below. Define below. Now, when I say define below, it wants me to put my prompt here. Guess what my prompt will be? Two things. My prompt will be any job description, or the HR can give me the job description. Or in this case, you can go and look for any job out there and take the job description and put it here. If you don't know what job description is, you can just say, you can just go online and say, you can go on any job board and look for a particular job description. Okay. What job board should I go to now? Okay, let me just search randomly online. Say job description for data analyst. Okay, job description for data analyst. Now, when you are looking for a job, you know all these things where you see a data analyst, this, that, key responsibilities. They will now list all the key responsibilities. They will now say required skills. They will list it again. They will say common qualities. They will list everything. That is job description. How many of you are familiar with it? How many of you are familiar with it? How many of you are familiar with it? So if you are building this for yourself, for your own personal use, you can put any job description here. Okay. But if you are building it for a HR, for a particular hiring process, then all you need to do is to get this job description from there. Okay. So I'm just going to copy this. I'll go to AI mode so that I can copy it very well. Okay. I'll just get the job description. Again, I'll add this to the document I'll be sharing across to those who fill out the attendance form. The link is in the chat. Fill it out. Okay. So I will just copy all of this. Where is it? I'll copy. I'll highlight. Let's highlight it. Okay. Let's highlight core responsibilities. Everything. Copy. Copy. So I've copied it. So I'll come back and put it inside here. And you can see this place is small. And what I copied is big. Right? This place is small. What I copied is big. So if I paste it, I won't see any other thing again. So for me to see it in full view, I'll click on this tiny button on the bottom right corner of that box. If I click that, it will open it and I can paste it up. I paste it. So that is the job description. Okay, that's the job description. So I can cancel. Now that I have the job description, I am not done. Okay, I am not done. Inside there, I'll still click on enter so I can go to the next slide. Remember, I want to give the HR expert relevant information in the CV. Do I need the for let me ask you guys now. You will be the judge. Does a HR personnel need your phone number before they can ascertain that your CV matches the job description? Yes or no? Yes or no? Type it in. Type your answer in the chat. Type your answer in the chat. Type your answer in the chat. Where are my people? Type your answer in the chat very quickly. Yes or no? Okay. Raymond says no. Fantastic. So what I need is really the job title, the skills, and the work history, maybe any certification. So in case people that have very strong certificates, they can. Someone, you said yes. So are you saying the HR will see your phone number and say, wow, I love your phone number. Here, resume on Monday. Your phone number is good. Please resume on Monday. Is that what you are saying, Samuel? Rethink your answer again. So what we are going to do is I will drag, you see the way I am putting my cursor on these things, work history, skills, and again, it has turned to a hand ready to grab something. I will start grabbing them one by one and putting them in that same box where the job description is. Okay, I'll start putting them in that same box where the job description is. Rekia cannot hear me. Please, if you can hear me, type loud and clear in the chat. Quickly, please help me. Where are people who are helping me? Type it so that Rekia can see that you people can hear me. Okay, while you are doing that, I'll start grabbing the relevant things inside of that box. I'll drag skill and put it there. I'll put skill there. Okay. Then I will drag, let me scroll down. Let me scroll down so that you can see it very clearly. Okay. So this is what I just dragged. You can see this is skill there. Okay. I'll put my cursor here and drag work history. I'll drag work history and put it right after skills. After skills, I'll put work history. Okay. Okay. Work history. I'll go to the end again. Okay. And what else do I need? Certificate. I'll drag it because I want the HR expert to know if this person has a certificate. So I'll put certificate there. Okay, I'll put certificate there. I'll go to the end again. Okay, I'll go to the end again. And education, I'll drag education. I want the HR expert to know the education level. I'll drop everything there. Now, once I have done that, I am okay here. I will now come and add a prompt. Remember, we are trying to build a mini We are trying to build a mini chat GPT that would act as our HR expert. So what I would do, okay, is what I would do here is this. I would now give it an instruction and say, you are a HR hiring, you are a hiring manager. I'll click on add prompt. Let me click on add prompt first off. Okay. And then in this message area here, let me expand it so that you guys can see. I will say you are an HR, you are a hiring manager. Okay. I want you to look at the CV and the job description and score the CV on a scale of 1 to 100 and give me a recommendation whether you will want to interview this person or not. I'll paste it there. So you are the hiring manager, match the candidate's details to the job description and score on a scale of 1 to 100 how well the CV matches. Give a brief recommendation on whether or not you will interview this candidate. Are you with me? Are you with me? Who is saying no audio? Please, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. I want to know my people. Fantastic. So let us continue. Again, if you've not filled out the attendance form, ensure to fill out the attendance form. Okay? Ensure to fill out the attendance form. Okay? Now that I've given the system its message, the next thing for me to do is to execute step. What's that execute step? If there is no issue, it should run successfully. But guess what? I have a problem. Problem in the node. What does the problem say? It says AI model sub node must be connected. You have to give it a brain. You have to give it a brain. Okay. Now, does that ring a bell? Remember, we created a brain for something else before. Do you remember? I'm going to cancel this. Do you remember this? I don't need to create a new one. I can just connect this to that brain already. I can just connect it to that brain already. Okay, I can just connect it to that brain already. I come back to this and execute the step again. And if all is good, it should execute successfully. And I should see the score of the CV and a brief summary. So I'll click on output. See what it says. It said candidate match assessment. Score is 92 over 100. Can you see that? 92 over 100. Match analysis. It said technical skills, excellent match. The candidate possessed a one-to-one match for every technical tool listed in the job description. They are proficient in SQL, and so on. So this is what the HR would receive. This is what the HR would receive. And they can just decide, okay, let me interview this person. Okay, I would interview this person. Instead of them going through the CV manually, this is what they would receive. Okay, this is what they'll receive. Again, ensure to fill out the attendance form if you haven't already. Now, let's continue. But the big question is, how will the HR receive it? Right? How will the HR receive it? How? So, two things that I'll do here. I want this AI HR expert to document everything in a Google Sheet so that as the HR, I can go to the Google Sheet and see the breakdown. I can even see the phone number of the person there, the email there. So I never need to go to the to open the CV ever. I don't want to open the CV. That's what I want to avoid. So the email, the date, the whatever, I want it in a Google Sheet. So what I will do is I'll click on this plus sign and search for sheet. I'll search for sheet. I'll search for sheet right here. I'll search for sheets and you see Google Sheets. I'll click on Google Sheets. Now, there are several actions I can take on a Google Sheet. Okay. What I want to do is to append row in a Google Sheet. What does that mean? It means that when anybody fills this form, I want you to extract the information and put relevant information that I need, put it in the Google Sheet for me so that I can easily go there. So I never need to open their CV to get their email, their phone number, their name, whatever it is. I don't need that. I don't need to do that. Okay, so I'll click on append row in sheet. Now, once I click on append row in sheet, it will ask me to sign in again. so that I can connect my credentials. So I'll click on sign in, select my email, okay? And it will ask me what I want N8N to be able to do on my Google Sheet. And now I think I'll just select all here. It's pretty straightforward. I'll select all and click on continue. Once I do that, then it is connected successfully. I now have my Google Sheet connected. Now you can see the API connected. Now it says resource sheet within operation append rows. Now document. I need to specify which Google Sheet it should go to. So I need to go and create a Google Sheet. So I'll just create a new tab. And to create a new Google Sheet, I'll just search sheet.new, sheet.new. You can type it now on your Google Chrome and create your sheet down so that you don't need to create it newly later on. You can create this down today now, and then you have that later. So what I'll do is I'll give the sheet a name. I'll call it data analyst. No, not here. I'll call it data analyst CV. No, not CV, because CV is not going to be here. Application sheet. Okay, application sheet. Can you see? I have created it, the data analyst application sheet. Can you see that? Data analyst application sheet. Nothing is inside it. Nothing is in it yet. Can we all see that? Give me a thumbs up, guys. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know you are following. Okay. Now, after we're almost done. We're almost done. Okay. This is the few bits that we're doing. All right. So I will now go back to my N8N and choose. I'll click on choose. So I need to, can you see data analyst application sheet here? Can you see that? I have a sheet called data analyst application sheet because it is connected. Anything is connected. So any sheet I have will appear here and I can select. I will now select data analyst application sheet. Now, inside that sheet, where should I put it? Now, let me go back and show you. Down below, you see sheet 1. You see sheet 1. If you create another sheet, you see sheet 2. If I can keep on creating, so sheet 1, sheet 2. Where do I want to put it? I want it to be in sheet 1. So I'll come back to my N8N and I'll click choose and I'll select sheet 1. I want it to be in sheet 1. Okay. Now it will say map each column manually. It wants me to match each column manually, but guess what? It says no columns found in the Google Sheet. So all the information I've extracted, where do you want me to put it in the Google Sheet? I can't just dump it anywhere. That's what it's telling you. So which means I need to go back to the Google Sheet and say, okay, here I want the date. Next, I want the name of the person that applied. Next, I want their telephone number. Next, I want their email. Help me. What next? What next do I put? Skills. Let's put skills. Okay. What else? The recommendation or the score. Let me say score so that I drive my point home. The score, because it is this score the HR will use to tell whether to interview this person or not. Are you with me, guys? Are you with me? So the email is there. I can easily reach out to the person. The telephone is there. The name is there. I am good to go. Location. Did I put location? Okay, let me add location. Let me put score here. Let me put score here and put location before score. Very good. Thank you very much for pointing that out. So location, work experience. Do we need work? Okay, let me put work experience. Okay, let me put work experience. Do we really need it? But let me put it, okay? Work, I'll call it work experience. Okay, work experience. Thank you very much for that. Now that I have all of this, I will now go back to N8N. Oh, certification. Oh, wow, certification. Is there any other thing before I leave here? Is there any other thing? Because like you people want me to add everything. All right, so let me move. Let me say certification as the last thing here. Certification. Okay. All right, certification. Don't worry, I'm not adding anything. Remark is in the score. Okay, I can turn score to remark. It is the same thing. Okay, so the score and the remark are together. Okay, so let's leave it like this. Okay, now I'll come back here. I still cannot see any columns, but I have a refresh button. So I'll click refresh, and now I should see all my columns. I'll see dates, name, telephone, email, skills, location, work experience, score, and certification. Are we together? Are we together? Are we together? Now, what I will do is I will now start dragging and dropping. Just drag and drop. Okay, so what do I need? What do I need? Dates. Dates. I want today's date. So I can just say, so if you ever want to use today's dates ever in your N8N, and you want it to always be the date that that thing happened. So when it is tomorrow, it is tomorrow's date that is there. Okay, I'll click on expression. Okay, I'll click on expression and I'll open a curly bracket. Curly bracket is always after letter P on your keyboard. I'll open it the first time, open it the second time, and N8N will suggest, can you see $/dollar now? This now is today's date, time, seconds, the minute, the seconds that that thing happened. So if I click dollar now, you can see date, time. Okay, so the dates, the time 9:08, 10.10 seconds, 0.298. So down to the last second that that thing happened, everything will be there. Once I've done that, I am good to go. Name, where is name? I will look for name. I think I have name in the extraction, right? Do I have it in the extraction? No, I don't. I don't have it in the extraction. So let me minimize that back. I think I should have it in the information extractor. Do I have it there? Okay, I only have telephone location. So let me start putting telephone, or let me, so that I don't forget name. Let me look for name first. It should be in my form, my on form submission. Aha, I can see my full name here. So I'll now put my hand there again, drag full name in here. Once it's green, I'll leave it. You see my full name. So Mohammed Suleiman is there. Telephone. I'll look for telephone. It should be under extract from files. I'll expand it. Oh, no, sorry, not extract from files. Information extractor. Okay, so telephone is there. So I'll drag telephone and put telephone there. Okay, you can see the telephone. So location. Okay, email is next. Where is email again? I think email is here. So under on form submission. So I'll drag. So I'll just look for where they are and be dragging and dropping. Okay, so the email is there. What's next? Skills. Skills is under information extractor. So this is skills. I'll drag and drop it here. Next is location. I'll drag and drop it in location. Next is work experience. I'll drag work history and drop here. Next is score. So score is the AIHR experts remark. Remember, it would put the score 92/100 and put it remark. So I'll drag this text here and drop it on that score. So I can see the score and the candidate assessment. Okay, certification. Where is certification again? Where is certification? Okay, this is certification here. So I'll drag certification and put it here. So I am good to go. Am I good to go? Yes. Am I good to go? Are you good to go though? Have you filled out the attendance form? 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 Okay, have you filled out the attendance form? Have you filled out the attendance form? Have you filled the attendance form? Okay, so let us try it. Let us try this. I'll click on execute step, and if everything is good and okay, the step should execute normally. And if it's successful, okay, so executed successful. Now, if I go to my Google Sheet, I should find all the information there. Can you see? I have the score. I have everything in there. Can you see, guys? Can you see everything? Let me expand it. Okay, let me expand it. Can you see? I have the information there. Phone number says error, but when I click on it, it says +234. Because of the plus that is there, that's why it said error. But if I click on it, I can actually see the phone number. Okay, so can you see what I have, guys? Can you see what I have? Can you see what I have? So I'm just going to, so this is what I'll do. I'm going to do this, okay, certification. I'm going to wrap. I'll click on text wrap and click on this second icon, and then I'll put it up. I'll move it up so that everything is up. Okay, can you see everything? So this candidate scored 92/100 and does not have any certification, but he's very good. He's very good, but does not have any certificate. Okay, So anybody who fills that form now, their details will appear here. Their details would appear here. So let's go back to anything. I'll go back to anything. And I want this person, but notice that the format this thing is giving me, the format it is giving me the score, I don't really like it. It's just giving me randomly, right? It is giving me randomly. It is giving me randomly. Okay, it is giving me randomly. So I can fix that. I can fix that. Okay, I can fix that. Okay, I have a format here that I can use to fix it. Okay, I have a format here that I think I can use to fix that. Okay, so I'll go back to anything, locate the AI HR expert. Okay, so that's the AI HR expert. All right, so that's the AI HR expert. Okay, or you know what, because of time, let's leave that out. Let's leave that out just because of time. Okay, so the next thing I want you to do is, I do not always want to, okay, as the HR person now, how do I know when somebody fills the form? I want to know when someone fills the form. I want to know when someone fills the form. How? I will connect my email. So I'll click on connect and type email. This is the last thing. Email. Email. Okay, email. So I'll click on Gmail, okay, and I'll look for send a message. Send a message. I'll click on send a message. Now it asks me to connect again. I'll click on sign in. I'll sign in as usual. Okay, click on the email that I want to use, and I will. This is the email that I'll be doing the sending. Okay, then I'll click on ongoing access. Okay, so I'll just say select all. No, not all, not all, not all. Read, compose, and send. Let me see. Yeah, read, compose, and send. Read, compose, and send. Okay, that's all. Okay, read, compose, and send. Manage. I can even click only on this one. Manage draft and send emails. Okay, only manage draft and send emails. That's all I want. Okay, and I'll click on continue. So connection successful. So after connecting, I'll now come. Who do I want that email to go to? So you can put your own HR email here, the email of your HR. So they will receive, their own is to be receiving the emails that people have applied. So I'll click on my email here to attach my own email. What do you want the subject of the email to be? I want it to be the name of the person, okay, just applied. So if Mohammed Suleiman applied, it's be Suleiman Mohammed just applied. If Samuel Chibueze just applied, it will say Samuel Chibueze just applied, and so on. So I'm going to drag my name, not my name here, okay, and say, and I'll put space, just applied, just applied. So you see that each time somebody applies, it will bring out the person's name and say just applied, and I can put exclamation. I can put exclamation if I want. So Mohammed Suleiman just applied. What do I want the body of the email to be? What do I want the message in the email to be? So email type, I'll change it to text. So what do I want the message to be? I want it to be the score, because the score contains the score of 100 and the remark. So I'll put score in here. Okay, I'll put score in there, and that is practically all. That is practically all. Okay, that is practically all. Okay, so in this, okay, let's put score. Okay, score. All right, score, just score. Okay, and then I'll click on execute step. Now, once I execute step, if it executes successfully, then I should check my email. Where's that my email again? If I check my email, I should receive the score summary. Okay, I should receive the score summary. Okay, to tell me Mohammed Suleiman just applied, so on. So now I want some people to test it out. Okay, so can you see Mohammed Suleiman just applied, and if you open it up, you would see this, you see my score. Okay, so if you have your CV handy, I want you to test it out very quickly so that I can receive your applications. I want you people to test it out very quickly. Okay, so I'm going to give you the link very quickly. Some of you can fill it out very quickly. All right, so production URL, I would copy that and paste in here. Okay, so fill out the form. Okay, fill out the form. Let me paste it and go. So this is what you should see. All right, it should give you. Okay, so it says problem loading form. Okay, so you should be able to fill out the form, or somebody should send me their. You can send me your CV. Okay, somebody send me your CV. Send me your CV. Send it to Mohammed@analytics.com so that I can apply for you. Okay, send me your CV. You can send it to Mohammed@analytics.org. Okay, Mohammed@analytics.org. This one, yeah, this. So any which way, so that we can quickly test it out. We can quickly test this out with somebody's CV real quick, real quick, real quick. Send your CV to my email. Send your CV to my email. Who is sending? Send your CV to my email very quickly. Let me test it out for you. Let me test it out for you. Let me test it out. Visual President serving is deactivated or no longer exists. Okay, so let me activate workflow. Let's see. Let us activate workflow. Publish. Publish. So let us publish the workflow so that you can fill the form. Okay, so I'm going to come here. Let's publish. Okay, publish. All right, workflow published. Got it. Okay, workflow published. All right, so workflow published. Okay, so you should be able to fill the form now since I've published it. All right, so try filling the form directly. Don't send me your email. Don't send your email, please. Just fill the form. The form I pasted in the chat. Who has filled it? If you filled it, please let me know. If you have filled it, please let me know. Fill the form. That link I pasted, let me paste it again. Copy link address, paste it again. So fill this form. If you filled it, type done. Type done so that I can go to my email and check what your score is. I'll go to my email and check. So I will not open your CV. I'll just go to my email and check. Let me put it on my email. So who is filling it out? 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 Quickly. Who is filling it out? Who is filling it out? Okay, let me refresh. Let me refresh. Let me see if anybody has filled. If anybody has filled, let's refresh my email. Okay, I got a notification on my phone. Samuel Chibueze. Samuel Chibueze just applied. Samuel Chibueze just applied. Okay, Samuel Chibueze just applied. Okay, I think Samuel, I think you filled the wrong form. Okay, I think I shared the wrong form. This is the correct one. All right, so let me send again. Let me send again. Samuel, please fill this form. Okay. Did I send the wrong form? It's the same form. All right. So interesting. Okay. So, okay. Oluwaseun Olagbaju. Is that person here? Can you give me a thumbs up if that is your name? Oluwaseun Olagbaju just applied. Before I open the email, who is that person? Okay, that's Oluwaseun. Yes. Okay, let's click on that. Okay, let's see. Detail match. Okay, technical skill. Detailed match analysis. So the score is 40 over 100. Can you see your score? 40 over 100. All right. 40 over 100. Okay, 40 over 100. So and it gave me a breakdown. Candidate profile. The candidate lacks the core technical requirements. Their expertise is centered around FINACU, equation, capiti, GAAP. Does that ring a bell? Is that true? Oluwaseun, is this true? Is the AI lying on you or is telling the truth? It says requirement 2 to 5 years of experience in data collection statistically. Oh, it's true. All right. Fantastic. So you can see 40 over 100. Who else has applied? Let me refresh again. Who else has applied? Who else has applied? So this is how I don't need to go through. Okay, Ido Ayodeji. That person here, Ido Ayodeji, did you apply? Ido Ayodeji. Okay, Ido Ayodeji scored 35 over 100. So this is how recruiters will look at your CV, and once they see 35 over 100, they'll not even bother reading anything else. They won't even bother. Okay, and let's check the sheet to make sure all your information are coming to the sheet. Okay, let's check the sheet. Let me scroll down. Let's check to see that all your information are coming. Oluwaseun Olagbaji, can you see? And see Oluwaseun Olagbaji's phone number. See Oluwaseun's email. Okay, everything about Oluwaseun, everything, and the score. Let's scroll down. We'll see Ido Ayodeji. Can you see? Okay, your number is +3 +234 813 791 and all. So, can you see, guys? This is how it is going to work, okay, in the real world. All right, this is how it's going to work in the real world. So, for those of you that are here, when you receive the recording, okay, I will also put all the formats in a document and send alongside. Those of you who fill out the attendance form, you'll be able to build this from scratch. And I want you to show your HR. Show your HR. Go and flex your muscles on your HR on Monday morning and tell me how it goes. Okay, but guess what? That's not where it ends. That's not where it ends. It is people that can build something like this that can talk about financial freedom in this day and age. And if you say you know how to do this, recruiters must see that you know how to do this. And you can build this not just for your own HR, you can build it for other companies that need something like this. Okay? You can build it. All right. So if you are here, you're a teacher, you work in the bank, you're a receptionist, or you work in the hospital, or you work in finance, you work as a clerk in the warehouse, you're a lecturer, you're a lawyer, you're a doctor, you can do this right now. You can move into any of these roles: AI automation, AI project management, AI for data analytics, AI and HR analytics, and you would learn how to use end-to-end to build something like this. All right. So here at 10 Analytics Business, it's not a case of we'll tell you congratulations, this is your certificate, you're on your own. No. That's what people outside will tell you. But here at 10 Analytics Business, okay, we even have something to show for it. This young man, Pavel, he was a teacher and he was able to transition into a data analyst role after passing through 10 Analytics Business. Same for Bukola. She learned, she packaged, she applied to these jobs, and she got herself a job. Same thing as Ene. Okay, she currently works as a data scientist using AI, working remotely for a company in the UK. Same thing goes for Judith, and the list goes on and on. So, what exactly do you get? You get 8 weeks of live class on Saturdays, 3 hours each. You have an instructor, okay, for 3 hours. Today we didn't spend up to 2 hours. We've not spent up to 2 hours. So for 3 hours, you'll be learning how to do this. So it will be highly detailed, and it's an exclusive class. It's not for everybody. Okay. On a weekly basis, you get mentorship. So with mentor you, you can ask questions. If you are finding anything difficult, you can ask questions. You have a capstone hackathon. All right. So at the end of the learning, you also create your own project end to end on your own. You have what we call CV review and revamp. In fact, with what you've done today, you can revamp your CV on your own. All right. You also have LinkedIn optimization. LinkedIn optimization. All right. LinkedIn optimization. All right. So we'll optimize your LinkedIn profile for you so that you can have, in fact, let me not get ahead of myself. Upwork profile setup. For those of you who want to work remotely, you want to work as a freelancer, building stuff like this, Upwork is there for you. Guess what? You also have interview preparation. if you have any interview coming up, we'll prepare you ahead of the interview so that you can get a head start and you are very confident. All right. So, and the interesting thing about the interview preparation is that it is lifetime. Once you've registered, you are getting the interview preparation lifetime. So if you have 10 interviews, how many interview preparation will you have? 10 different interview preparation. So you have someone like myself or my colleagues preparing. Then you have job reference letters. This is also accessible to you even after a program has ended. How does it work? We allow you use Analytics business on your CV and on your LinkedIn as one of your experiences, and that qualifies you to get a job reference letter from us. We've done it for so many participants and it has helped them land jobs. Okay, on the job support. In fact, even after you've gotten that your dream job, we will still not leave you. If you need help, you can still reach out to us and at no extra cost, even if it is after your program has ended. At no extra cost, you would get the support that you need. Tuesdays during your training program, you'd also have what we call support session, just to ensure that if you have any gray area that is yet to be covered, we cover that. Okay, then you get access to our alumni community, and you also go home with a certificate that is accredited by the ACTD and CPD. If you don't know what it is, let me explain. ACTD is the American Council of Training and Development. If you go that alone, if you present that anywhere, it is internationally recognized. CPD is the Continuous Professional Development. Okay, these two accreditation ensures that your skills are not doubted in front of any recruiter. Okay, your skills are not doubted in front of any recruiter. Now, you have seen a clear path on how you can start building yourself step by step towards real financial freedom. Are you going to let this opportunity slip for anything? Because I'm about to give you an offer. Okay, are you going to let this slip? Because it's not for everybody. Like I said, sadly, as much as I would love everybody to benefit from this is highly exclusive. Okay, now I'm going to give you my offer. All right, and spoiler alert, I want to work with those 5 serious persons, those 5 people that I want to work with. Okay, 5 people are those I want to work with. You can start your journey this coming weekend on the 9th of May 2026. You can get started with our next cohort. So no delay, no waste of time. You can start on the 9th of May 2026. All right, and you are not going to pay 980,000 naira. You're not going to pay 250,000 naira for only 5 people. First 5 people, I'm talking about 5 people now. You can get either a one-time payment of 120,000, or you can split. If you want to split the payment into 3, all you need is 50,000 naira in 3 places to make 150. So you can pay 50,000 naira today, okay, if you want the flexible payment plan, or 120,000 naira once and you forget about it. Okay, and guess what? Again, only 5 people get this slot. Okay, and let me tell you something extra these 5 people will get. You instantly get access to our mentorship program. So anytime, once you register, we are not going to wait. You join the next mentorship program that is available, even if it is before the date your program actually starts. Okay, our mentorship program is always on Thursday. So next Thursday, you will join that mentorship session. Only for people who secure their spot tonight. Okay, if you're part of the first 5 people to secure their spot tonight, you will get this. So only 5 people. Now, how do you secure your spot? Let me walk you through practically. So I'm going to send the link for securing spots to the chat box. I'm going to send the link to the chat box, and fastest fingers first. Okay, so this is it. If you click on that link that I posted on the chat box, okay, you would see what I have on my screen now. This is our website. Okay, that is our website, and you can secure your spot. And you need to listen very carefully because you need to take the right action if you want to be part of the first 5 people. So once you come here, you just scroll and you see view programs. View programs. When you click on view programs, you can pick any of the course, any of the programs that you find. That you have 6 options. You can pick any one now. Even if you are confused on which one to pick, just pick one so that you are part of the first 5. And then afterwards, you can have a conversation, one-on-one conversation with me, and you can select the actual one you want, and we can change that for you later. But by then, you'd have been part of the first 5 people. So I'll click on enroll now. Okay, click on enroll now, and you'll be required to create your account. Okay, create your account. But because I have an account, I'll click on sign in. Okay, I already have an account, so I'll click on sign in. But if you don't have, you fill out the fields, create your password, or you can even sign up with Google, anyone you want. But I will click on sign in, and that should sign me in. So once you've signed up or signed in, whatever the case is, you see this page that says invest in your future today. Now, all you need to do is to scroll down, okay, and click on choose your payment plan down below. Click on choose your payment plan. After choosing your payment plan, the next thing is to choose your cohort. Now, when I click choose cohort, you can see you can start with the May cohort or even start with the June cohort. Okay, you can choose to start with the June cohort. So you secure your spot now and say, I want to start in June, especially if you have something else coming up in May and you want to sort that out first before starting in June. But securing your spot early so that even by June, when the prices change, you are not affected. So, but I want to start in May, I'll click on May and I'll click on the full payment. You can also click on the 3 installments if you want. If that's what you want, just click on it. Okay, so wherever you are paying from around Africa, you would have your currency sorted, or you can manually select the currency. And then let me click full payment. So I'll click on pay 120,000 naira for the full one-time payment. Once I've done that, it would take me to the checkout, page, okay, and it's going to give you a unique bank detail for you to process your transfer. Okay, once you process your transfer, the page automatically redirects you to your dashboard and you get an automated email. But as a second way of confirming your registration, ensure to send a DM to my WhatsApp line ASAP. I will call it out 0703 703 2116. 0703 703 2116. 0703 703 2116. For the last time, 0703 703 2116. So I'm going to put it in the chat box also. First 5 people are those I want to work with. Okay, so I'll start taking questions now. For anybody who has questions, I'll start taking questions now. I'll take 2 or 3 questions and we will stop this recording, end the session, and we can all rest up and enjoy our weekend. Okay, so let's see. I think DMs have started coming in. So let me start congratulating you. If you are one of those who have sent me a DM already, congratulations in advance. Okay, congratulations in advance. All right, congratulations in advance. If you are one of those who just sent me a DM. Okay, Samuel is asking, do you have any cuts for towards the end of the year? Yes. Okay, but ready your 550,000 naira. So our prices are going to be reviewed, and by the end of the year, this is going to be 550,000 naira. You will not see it for 120k. Okay, so 500, at least 500,000 naira by the end of the year, Samuel. So if you're fine with that, you can go ahead and wait till the end of the year. Okay, others are going to be AI experts already by that time. All right, so that's those who have registered will be AI experts by that time. Questions, please. Okay, one more question. Let's call it a day. And if you want to speak, you can actually raise up your hand like this. Use the raise hand icon. I would allow you to. I mean, Samuel, is there a reason you want to delay to the end of the year? By the end of the year, I mean, everybody's grandmothers are already AI experts. Everybody's parents and aunties are already building stuff with AI. So where do you want to be really? I mean, why? Why end of the year? Why not now? Samuel, why? That's my question to you. So you can raise your hand if you want to speak. I'll allow you to unmute and you can speak. I'll allow you on mute and you'll be able to speak. Questions, anybody? Austin, Moses, Cynthia, Celestine, Oluwaseun, Saidat, Nazir, Rekia, Anume, Razak, Chidima, Sadiq, Isa, and every other person that is here that I did not mention their name. Questions, questions, questions. And if you're fine, it was all clear. That is absolutely brilliant. Okay. Again, for those of you who have sent me a DM, congratulations. I can hear my DMs beeping. So congratulations, and we'll be calling it a night. Okay, Sadiq, you raised your hand at the last moment. All right. Go ahead and unmute and ask your question. Very quickly, I'll take just a question and then call it in next.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
I listened to everything, and it's really, I really enjoyed it. What I want to ask is, this training, is it going to be only online, or do you have online training as well? And is there going to be a section, like, is it going to be once in a week or twice a week, or I don't know how it will be like if someone should enroll in it.
Okay, fantastic. Let me show you this since you asked. Okay, so once you enroll, you'll be put in a Google Classroom. Okay, so these are some of the classes that are currently running. In fact, the main class is already existing. So you'll be put in one of these main classes. You can see C0526. Okay, and this is where you go whenever you have a class. So your classes are going to be 100% online because the facilitators you'll be working with, these are people we outsource from across Africa, from across the world. So they cannot possibly come to your own location. Um, so you'd connect to them online and you connect with several other learners from different walks of life, different countries of the world. So you always come here and you will see your. So let me show you one of the classes. Now this is week 3 Saturday class. Okay, so you always see login details and the class recording. So after you, just the way I was telling you, I'll send you the recording for those of you who filled out the attendance form earlier in the session. You would always get the recording to all your classes. So even if at all in the class, maybe you had any issues, we do not encourage missing class. If there is one thing that makes me easily know those who would those who would succeed fast are those who don't miss class. Now, if you must miss a class, you must let your facilitator know, and you must go back to this recording and ask your facilitator questions. That is how we would agree with you that you went back to the recording to relieve the class. So you will have access to this. Okay, so you'll be able to go through the class. You can see this is Botemi Adeoye, one of our astute AI professionals, specifically in the business analysis aspect of things. So walking people through practically, okay, on how to go around, project planning. So that is how it works. Classes are Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Okay. Now, Sundays and through the week, you get extra materials to keep busy and keep practicing ahead of the next class the following Saturday. Okay. I hope I have answered your question, Sadiq. I hope I've answered your question, Sadiq.
Yes, you have. And again, I still want to know if after you have made the maybe 120,000 payment or 150, maybe as the case may be, if you
Yeah.
make if after the payment, is there any other kind of payment, maybe for material, for any other thing that you need during the course of the training?
Capital no during the course of the training. And even after the training, like I said, things like interview prep, getting recommendation letters, or on the job support comes at no cost, no extra cost. Okay, so your answer is no. You can put the no in capital letters if that drive the point home. Okay, so I hope I answered the question.
Yeah, that is okay. Thank you.
All right, fantastic. Are you the one who sent me a DM? Because I've not checked who sent me a DM. What who
I
the
have
people who
I
have
haven't sent you the I'm about to send now.
All right, fantastic. I'll be expecting your DM. Congratulations in advance, though. And to those of you who also have sent me a DM, congratulations. I'll be working with you. Someone says, I'm financially rich right now. Just registered for full stack web site engineer and generative AI and prompt engineering, what which I am progressively doing now. Look, someone, if you've registered for that, why do you need to register for this again? You don't need this again now, right? You do not need this. I mean, why do you still want to register for this since you already registered somewhere else? Okay, what exactly is the reason? I'm just curious. Why do you want to register for this? I mean, if you've registered elsewhere, what stands out here that's pushed that you want to register? Yeah, I mean, prompt engineering, AI, generative AI, you're good to go, right? So Samuel, wish you luck. Okay. Well, I'd love to know why. Why exactly? Do you want to register, yeah, Samuel? I'd love to know what that is. Okay, Sadiq, your hand
Sorry,
came up again.
yes, sorry.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Again, the Someta payment, like how long will it take for you to finish the Someta payment if you want to choose that option?
Okay, so you pay 50 now. You're starting in May, right?
You say?
Yes, this weekend, right?
Yep, probably.
Why is it probably? So your answer has to be it has to be clear so that I can give you a clear answer. Okay. Do you want to start in May or in
You
June?
know, okay, fine. What if I want to start in June?
Okay. So if you secure a spot now, okay, then your next installment is due May ending. Then the final installment is due June ending. Okay. So uh,
So by June ending, you'll have finished the full payment.
yes, correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
it's a
right.
pleasure. All right. Somebody, you're not answering my question. My question is, if you already registered for an AI program, why do you still want to register for this? What I tell people is, if you've registered somewhere else, you don't need this anymore. Okay? You do not need this anymore to register somewhere else. All right. So why this? Why must you have this? Is it only you? You register here, register there. You don't need this anymore now, somewhere. Okay. So except if you have a specific reason. So the reason has to be specific. Um, People that registered today, it's also their first time joining. So I would need to know your specific reason. But while that is going on, again, if you've registered, ensure to send me a DM 0703 703 2116. And again, for the final time, for those who have secured their spot, congratulations and have a wonderful weekend ahead.